Welcome back everyone to the Demon Souls livestream series. It is currently the 22nd part of my series, just to reiterate the term series a number of times. Anyway, a few things, well I should stop saying a few things as if it's multiple things, but there's one particular thing that you are probably noticing that is different. Needless to say, that is the stuff I have. I don't even know where to point. Where should I be pointing? Over here. Okay, the stuff over there, yes, it's there now, as opposed to not being there, and I've wanted it to be there for a while. It doesn't look amazing, but it's supposed to be... Okay, the idea is that I didn't have it there in the first place because I like to have as little clutter on the screen as possible. I just want it to have it be the game and me, but what I have there right now is pretty much the best that I can make it as far as not cluttering up the screen. It's just the text and the icon and that's it. So one thing that I could possibly do to change it is have the YouTube icon itself be semi-transparent. So yeah, that's one way that I would actually improve that, but other than that, that's pretty much how I want to have it. It is even that is larger than how I would want it to be. It's just that if I made it any smaller, you wouldn't be able to read the text at all. So, I mean, the YouTube text there is pretty small, but having said that, it can't be any smaller than that, even though I would like it to be. Anyway, so I did a few things off camera here in Demon Souls. I spent about an hour and a half last night doing some things. I managed to get my rapier to +4, as I said that I would hope that I'd be able to do by the start of this video, and I am kind of close to being able to get it to whatever you call it, +5, yeah. I need 2 more, whatever it's called, chunks of marrowstone. I have enough regular shards of marrowstone here to be able to upgrade. I just need 2 more chunks of marrowstone, which, I don't know, it might take another 30 to 40 minutes worth of grinding in here, which I'm not going to do on camera, by the way. I'm sick of subjecting you guys to that. I'll do a little bit just because I need to kill Selen Vinland, but I'm not going to continue grinding this on camera until I get the chunks that I need. So I need 2 more chunks there. I have the shards that I need, and I also need 1 pure marrowstone, which I can just pick up in the Plague Baby Swamp in 5.3. So that's going to be very easy to get, fortunately. I don't think that I will be lucky enough to just pick it up from the mosquitoes as normal. I'd be really surprised if I managed that. So I don't think we'll be banking on such a thing, and it would be unhelpful anyway if that were to happen, because I have a free one, and I have no intention of making 2 fatal weapons here, so yeah, anyway. Hopefully things look alright here with the, I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but at least you can see something there. That's the important part of all of this. I'm of course referring to the Twitch and the YouTube stuff, but anyway, it depends what's on the screen as far as the legibility of the text is concerned, as well as the icons themselves, but anyway, we're not going to dwell on it any further. Just going to refresh my Twitch playback here, and then we will be good to actually continue with this little live stream here. In terms of how long I will be streaming, probably 1 hour to 1 hour and a half once again. That is the plan. So yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, so regardless. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, in the small sized screen on Twitch, I can't really read it at all. So anyway, I'm not saying that it's going to remain this way. It might change. I might do it differently. But I really don't want it to be much more in your face than it already is. So it's either going to be pretty similar to this, or it's not going to exist at all as far as I'm concerned. Alrighty, so once again, just to mention what we will be doing in this video, I did mention it in the previous video, it's more or less stayed the same. I have acquired the Dragon Longsword +1, I have not yet upgraded it. I want to see if it's going to do enough damage to Selen Vinland here, but that's pretty much what our aim is at this point. It is to actually try to get the blind from Selen Vinland's Black Phantom form in World 5.2. So I think we're going to go ahead and try and do that. If it seems that I can't manage it, then I'll probably at least killed... Oh, I can't really kill the boss of World 3-1, that's right. The whole reason why I wanted to get the blind was because the Fool's Idol would be a really annoying boss to fight, having to poke her to death, so it would be a little bit better with a +4 Fatal Rapier versus a +2 or whatever I had before, but yeah, I would much rather not in general. So we're going to try out the Dragon Longsword +1. The reason why I'm doing that instead of just upgrading the thing now is because I really don't have the shards of Dragonstone at the moment. I'd be able to gather them, I'm sure, but just for now, while I don't have to level up this weapon, I'm just going to leave it alone and see if it's enough to kill Selen Vinland. The benefit to this weapon is that it attacks rather fast. You can see that even like this, it's pretty fast in two-handed form. I think it's technically faster when one-handed, so we're going to see what will work out best for us. Selen Vinland's particular armor set is not going to give her much resistance to our attacks in the sense that she'll be flinching a lot. To put it in terms that you would understand as a Dark Souls player, she wouldn't have much poise given her armor set, so yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here. Going to change my playback a little bit. Oh yes, and I also wanted to pause my playback on Twitch. There we go. Cool. Don't worry. I don't really need to explain what I'm doing all the time, but I do like to think that if I'm doing something and you're not privy to what it is, then you probably want to know. So I'm sort of letting you know. Because I'm so friendly, you see. I do understand that you guys have seen this a lot, me constantly returning to this place, but not for much longer. We're reaching the end of that point, hopefully, where I've almost killed Selen Vinland, and any extra marrow stone that I need to collect will be done off camera, so I really shouldn't have to do much more than what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. It's important that I have my, just to further, I guess it's a discussion topic at this point, which is fine, because I do need discussion topics, just to sort of get the commentary moving. But in terms of having my YouTube thing and my Twitch thing on the screen, the reason why I do that is so that people on YouTube know where I stream on Twitch, and so that people on Twitch know where I actually upload all of my stuff. You know, YouTube is my content creation platform, not Twitch. Twitch is merely a means for me to get my content out to more people. So I use it as a vehicle to do that. I'm not like a Twitch person. If I were a Twitch person, I would have had a Twitch account from long before. Now, that really was not what I was intending on doing. I was actually wanting to, hold on, I can still kill these mosquitoes from here. That's one thing that I can do. Despite having fallen down here, I can probably continue further this way as well. Selen Vinland's not going to be bothered by us, or we're not going to be bothering her. That's the same thing that I just said, just phrased differently. She's not going to be bothering us, and we're not going to be bothering her, as long as we don't go too close. Now, it seems that those mosquitoes are not being, how do I say? Well, they're not noticing us, so yeah. Going to consume some healing wares here. Alright, let's do it. Selen Vinland. Ooh, the damage there is quite poor. So the possibility of me needing to actually level up this weapon, very high. So at this point I have to rely... Oh, now I'm poisoned. That's so annoying. Wasted my last Royal Lotus for nothing, really. As you can see, I think possibly from the burning, or from something else, she wants to roll away once she has recovered from your onslaught of attacks. So despite the fact that my weapon is really not doing much damage at all, I might actually be able to get her in a position where she just dies after having taken a lot of my hits, which would be the ideal situation. Naturally, she is resistant to magic given her casting of anti-magic field, but that's not really a problem. We're not having to rely on magic here. And by the same token, she's not using any sort of ranged miracles or ranged magic, or even close range of either. She has one miracle, and that is anti-magic field, and guess what? That's not going to help her in this situation. So therefore, this would probably make Selen Vinland the easiest of all of the Black Phantoms to kill. Just based on this confrontation right here, it's quite simple. Black Phantom Satsuki can be killed in a similar way. You know what, you can do that. In fact, I'll take that as an opportunity to just hit you. Why not? But Black Phantom Satsuki is kind of similar in terms of how you fight him. You just get him in a stun lock and he'll eventually die. I think the hardest thing with Satsuki, okay, that's not good at all. See, look at that. This is one problem here. I was sort of banking on the fact that she was going to roll away that time, but she did not. So therefore, what that means is that I need to go back, but as well as that, the whole poison business is really the only thing that would make the fight difficult if you're using this particular type of attack method. She seems to be quite easy to kill, but of course, because she is dealing a decent amount of damage, if you do give her the opportunity to hit you, that's when things start to go sour. And that definitely happened right there. So that's alright, it gives me another opportunity to get some Marrow Stone anyway, so I won't complain too much about that. I might heal up just for now while I have all of my, I guess, grass efficacy available to me, because of course once you are poisoned, your grass has less healing power. Why that is, I don't know, but that's pretty much how it's always been, I think. It's not just in this game. But yeah, pretty much the only thing that we need to do in this build at this point is get the blind, fully upgrade that, and then have the Fatal Rapier to +5, and that's the build, pretty much. We don't really need to do anything beyond that. Perhaps I could get a different critical-based weapon at some other point in time if I were interested in expanding the build further. But that would not really achieve much other than just have some small amount of variation to what I could possibly do with the build. So, in terms of being effective against enemies, like the Fatal Rapier here is pretty much what I am going to need and not much else. So, yeah, we're very close to just being done with this build in general, and at that point it will just be us going through the motions of playing the game, which I do enjoy doing. You spend a bit of time working on the build, and then after that you just have fun using it to play the game. So that will be pretty good when the time comes for me to do that. I just picked up some black turpentine there, which I never remember to use. I never find the occasion to use black turpentine. I think I used a bit of turpentine against the Dirty Colossus with my poking rapier, but that was really not the best experience in the world, I have to say. So I think if I drop down here, the item will be right here. Here we go. Regular shard of Marrow Stone, keeping in mind that we actually don't need any regular shards of Marrow Stone at this point. Going to... well, she's ready to go. So I'm just going to just get straight in there. Oh, she had to think about it for a minute there. So I would say her rolling away makes this so much better, because it gives me an opportunity to recover as well with my stamina. I also love that she needs a big lead up for all of her attacks. Okay, thank God I was able to fast roll there. Oh, you bitch! Definitely having more damage with your weapon makes this easier, but that's really frustrating actually. Okay, well, whatever. We did need to collect more Marrow Stone, so I guess I can treat this as a Marrow Stone farming run, which is still on camera, but hey, as I said in the previous video, I'm not going to be killing Selen Vinland off camera. That would be kind of rude, I think. So it just doubles down as a, or doubles as a Marrow Stone farming session, so that's alright. Oh, can you not? You fucking asshole! At least I didn't die. That's one good thing. It must have just been on the cutoff. I forgot what you actually upgrade to get. Is it Dexterity that gives you safer landing? I'm sure that was safer landing stat, which actually saved me there. Because normally that would be my death. Oh dear. So yeah, in terms of Demon Souls, this will be a game that I continue to play for quite a long time. From time to time I do need a little bit of a break with it, because I don't know if you noticed, but the first, say, 20 or so recordings of this Let's Play were all done within maybe 2 weeks of each other. Like, the whole thing was done within a 2-week space of time. Something like that. If not 2 weeks, then something very close to that. That's not going to be the case for the entire time, and that has already been demonstrated with the fact that I think I had maybe a month-long break from Demon Souls, just to do some other things. But, yeah, it's not going to always be like that. But I may do it in bursts, who knows, maybe I'll do Demon Souls regularly again from this point forward, I'm not too sure. But this is the sort of game that no matter what, I can just come back and play and have a lot of fun. So, I do plan to continue doing that. In terms of other Souls games, and I've discussed this before, I do plan, just generally, to play other Souls games live, have a similar live stream series with them, but I'm not planning on getting started with that anytime soon. It's probably going to be a long time from this point. I'm probably going to wait until I haven't played the first Dark Souls game for a very long time before I actually take the time to jump on that game in a live stream format. So, because I've played too much of that game basically, so I need a bit of a big break. I shouldn't say a bit of a big break. That's called well, I don't even know what that's called. It's being there's terminology for that, but we're not going to bother. I got a message on my phone, but it's probably just something that is not actually a message, it is instead some other thing vibrating. Because I do find that on my phone I have a lot of that. Oh my fucking god. Alright, what does my phone have to say for itself? Let me guess. Oh no, it's just someone pinging me on Discord, and I can only hope that that did not cause a sound for you guys. I'm actually going to mute Discord because that's fucking annoying. I'm pretty sure that it's recording my system audio right now, isn't it? Maybe it's not. No, it's not. That's only when I'm... okay, cool. That's only when I'm actually recording a game on my system, because obviously if I'm recording a game on my PC, it's recording system audio, so therefore Discord notifications would make a sound, but I'm not actually recording system audio right now. There are times when I'm accidentally recording system audio in a setting like this, because I haven't, you know, turned it off in OBS, but this time around, fortunately, I was not doing that. So that's a good thing. Oof. Now, I was talking about something before, what was it? Can't remember now. At the very least, I had a point that I wanted to make, and I just forgot it, so whatever, we'll just move on, I suppose. I'm pretty annoyed about dying like this. This is not really what I wanted. I'm amazed that my first attempt here was so successful. In fact, that's probably happened a few times before. I don't know if you guys have had that happen, but your first attempt is really good and it makes you think that it's super easy, and then you just can't quite get it as down pat as the first time every other time you try. And I'm having that experience right now. So that's kind of annoying. Of course, it's slightly repetitive for me as well. If anything that may be a little bit repetitive for you guys, I can assure you is 10 times more repetitive for me, because I've done more off camera at this point, going through this area, so yeah. I will try to get the blind before I continue through the game, that's for sure. I should be able to upgrade it, well, I don't know how many times I can upgrade it. I can get a colourless demon soul by trading a talisman of God with Sparkly the Crow, not Smarkly the Crow. Maybe Snarky the Crow, so anyway, don't worry. But the point is that I'll be able to at least upgrade the blind 1 level, which is going to be better than poking things with the rapier. So, yeah. And then we'll probably have the blind equipped in our right hand too. And then we'll just put the wooden catalyst in left hand too, probably. Now the whole poison business is really pissing me off. As you can see, I'm starting to run out of grass here. I'd actually purchased about 40 in the previous video, as you might be able to remember. Unfortunately, I've used all of that. So basically, when she chooses not to actually roll away, or sort of move from side to side like that, that's when things become a bit of a problem, because I need to get my stamina back. Let's actually take this really seriously. I'm not going to mess around anymore. I'm starting to collect a little bit of souls here, which is good for purchasing grass, so I might try to do that. Ooh, that's not good. I need to try and stay on land where I have good mobility, for sure. Maybe just in this spot here. Except I'm going into the swamp a little bit. Yeah, go and roll, lady. Does she have the ability to roll in the swamp? That would be really rude if that is the case, because I don't have that ability. Oof. See, when I stand on solid ground, I end up just moving into the swamp anyway, so... Next time she moves away, I do need to heal, because that's a thing. Ooh. Wasn't going to do the double heal there, that was not going to work. Come on. It is very good, once again, just to reiterate that she does have a lead up there. Ooh. No! And I can't roll. This is the problem. This is the problem. I have no ability to roll at that point. Shit balls. Fuck. That's so annoying. It's really not this difficult, guys. Like, she's not a difficult Black Phantom to kill, but... the lack of mobility messes with my head, and the poison is also doing its job. Killing me slowly but surely, and, yeah, anyway. What can I do? I'll just continue to get Marrowstone, I suppose. What time is it even? It's like midday. I do have a few things that I need to do today, so... Yeah. Probably, not spend too much time playing this game. I haven't done too many really long live streams with this game. I think I've done maybe 1 3-hour long one, and 2 or 3 2 to 2.5 hour long live streams, but for the most part it has been sort of like an hour and a half sort of live stream series that I do, which is perfectly fine. I prefer them to be a little bit shorter just for the sake of them being easier to watch after they've been recorded, because I do rely on that a lot, you know, people being able to watch them after the fact. But anyway. I don't know what these guys actually drop. Maybe they drop Royal Lotuses. I didn't even think about that. It's possible. Because of my lack of mobility, I really can't do anything. Obviously, Selen Vinland would be the easiest... It should be probably even easier than, whatever you call her, or at the very least she would be equivalent in difficulty to that of, whatever her name is, Executioner Meralda. Pretty much the same sort of business, it's just the difference here is that you have poison to contend with, and then you also have lack of mobility. Technically, you do have the fact that she will attack through your shield, but if you're not using a shield, then that's fine. Really, with an enemy like her, you shouldn't be using a shield anyway, so I guess they just punish you especially for using a shield in that scenario. But anyway. Sometimes when I'm not really thinking, I just walk straight up to those mosquitoes and I get vomited on, and then I just die. So some of my Marrowstone runs have ended quite poorly in that way. The grass wastage here is real. It's frustrating, because you need to use like twice as much when you're poisoned, and then you also have to work out that when you are poisoned you will need to heal a few times, so it's definitely a thing. Oh, you can't heal. Okay, so what should we do? Should we level up our sword? Probably. For now, what we need to do is actually collect more souls, because we don't have any, which is annoying, but anyway. Aside from that, well, we will be collecting some souls to buy more grass, because we don't have any frickin' grass. And as well as that, we'll need some souls to level up our Dragon Longsword. Now, I don't think I actually acquired the Dragonstone in World 3.1, sorry, 2.1, that was hanging around those fire lizards, so I'll probably go and grab that. What are we doing? We're going to... Ostrava's in my way. Damn you, man. So I'll head over into here and get myself some souls, which is kind of annoying and boring, but whatever. I suppose you just have to subject yourself to a little bit of boredom to have fun. That's how it is. A lot of games have a little bit of grinding and farming that has to go into building a character, and then you get to have fun with it after that point, so... yeah. I don't have the Ring of Avarice yet, unfortunately. That is something that, as I mentioned in the previous video, can be bought at this point, but there's no real reason to do so when you can just pick it up in the next area anyway. So without the Ring of Avarice, I won't be getting the best souls here, but it's still better than nothing. It's 4,500 in one go, which is alright. So, let's make use of that. It's funny, this build and the build before it both use the large sword of searching, so I feel like I've been using the large sword of searching for a long time. So, that is something to mention. Hopefully you guys aren't sick of seeing this big thing getting waved around here, but that is the entire idea of the Windmill Rapier build. Because, you know, you're spinning the thing around and all that. Once again, purely an aesthetic thing, nothing more. Although it would be kind of cool if it had some sort of special benefit for parrying, but it doesn't. So, that's just how it goes. It's been a while since I discussed what build I'll be doing after this one, so I suppose it's worth, I guess, informing you of whether or not I have had a change of what I want to do. A change of decision, a change of feeling. I don't think so. I might. So I believe what I was tossing up between before was a... what's it called again? The fire frickin' piercing rapier thing. What is it called again? Epi Rapier. So an Epi Rapier build. And what else was I tossing up? I think it might have been a... no, I can't remember now. I had it on the tip of my tongue before, but now I just can't think of it. So an Epi Rapier build essentially would just be... it'd be like a fire-based build. Whether or not that would use the lava bow, I don't know. It probably would, because we need to get dexterity up and magic up. Magic will increase the fire damage of the Epi Rapier, and the Epi Rapier also scales with dexterity, so it'll basically be a dex magic build, and those same two stats work with the fire bow as well, or the flame bow, whatever it's called. The one you get using the hard demon soul, I believe. The armor spider soul, as it's colloquially referred to. It's slightly less confusing when I refer to it in that way as well. It's like hard demon soul. We can get 30. We'll go grab that. And in the meantime, well, not really in the meantime, but next what we will do is try to grab that Dragonstone, which is the fastest way there. Would it be faster to go here or here? And then we'll just go from the beginning, I suppose. We can that's right, we can take the shortcut from Ed up to there, so that will be faster going this way. Actually forgot about the existence of the shortcut for a minute there. Would have been pretty embarrassing. I've been looking at Yuria the Witch quite a bit. In terms of when I'll try to do New Game Plus versions of the builds that I've done so far, I mean, I don't think I'm quite at the point where I want to do that just yet. We'll see when that ends up happening. It's just the thing is, I have so many builds that I'm interested in doing that I'd have to wait until I've done all of those builds before considering doing New Game Plus runs of previous builds, I think. Because it's sort of like something that you would do once you can't think of anything else to do. So I think that will be what happens. This Dragon Longsword probably won't do too much to these crystal lizards, but I could always do this. There we go. It's a little bit overpowered of me, but is that going to hit the... No, that is actually going to make contact with the lizard. I thought it was going to hit that sort of metal railing there. Alright, how much Dragonstone is this? 1 shard of Dragonstone. Whoop-de-doo, guys. I have 2 shards of Dragonstone in total now. I feel really rich now. Okay, so the problem is, therefore, that I need to go and grind it from enemies that drop it, I think. Unless I can pick it up somewhere in 2-2. And I can't think of where that might be. Probably in the fire lake, but I don't know very well how to actually traverse that fire lake, so I probably won't bother, but yeah. Almost dropped on your head, mate. So, I don't believe that we can actually upgrade the... I should have a look and see what we need, actually, for the Dragon Longsword +1. Assuming we don't need large shards yet. Okay, 2 more regular shards to get it to +2. Whether or not it's worth it or necessary is possibly up for debate. Because I think I demonstrated on my first round of attacking Selen Vinland with the Dragon Longsword +1 that it's actually kind of fine, but apparently I suck, so I can't really repeat that effectiveness. Which bothers me a little bit. Alright, so let's go and take it into 5-2 again, and by it I mean the Dragon Longsword +1, and just see how we can make use of it. I mean, we've already seen that it can be used to great effect, as long as I'm not playing like an idiot, so let's just keep trying. If I really can't do it for whatever reason, then I will just, I don't know, kill those bugbear creatures, I believe they're called. You know, those fire armadillo looking things with wings in World 2.2. They drop Dragonstone, but I tried to kill them for it before and I wasn't really getting much luck with it, so... Oh, stop it. Now that we have more grass, we can continue a little bit further through here, so great. It'll be awesome once I'm not using the cling ring anymore, because I have been using that for a long time, it feels, so... Yeah, I'll be getting back into the Stones of Ephemeral Eyes and full health once again, once we are journeying through the game in a linear fashion from one area to the next, instead of staying in one single place to grind stuff and using our death as a means of returning to a place, which of course would not work too well if we were making use of Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. So, yeah, here we go again. Going all the way back. And I'm really going to do it this time, guys. I'm going to get some positive reinforcement going. All I need to do is just play smart, and I will win against Selen Vinland. In theory. It is a little bit difficult, I will admit, from time to time. It's mainly the poison that does it. The poison makes it harder. But, anyway. I think what's very interesting to mention as well is that because of Sekiro existing at the moment, a lot less people are interested in watching Demon Souls. It's really interesting. To speak for myself, I have no plans or interest in playing Sekiro. So, yeah. Obviously I'm a weirdo, apparently. Oh, there is a something or other. Hopefully a chunk of Marrowstone. That would be excellent if that were the case. We'll see what we've got. Regular shard. It's pretty easy to tell at a glance which it is, because the chunks are physically larger as icons, so... Are you going to cast your shit, lady? I need to pick this up and see what it is. A thief's ring, well how about that? Well, let's go, love. Just coming for more. I'm actually not going to talk, I'm going to focus really hard on playing correctly here. Damn, now she comes. As you can see, it's the lack of mobility that does it. That's what makes it hard. It's that lack of mobility. Because I'm slowly lumbering around. It's especially hard when you're on a surface that doesn't look like it should be hindering your movement speed, but it is. That particular area is really weird, because you're standing on land for the most part. There's like a tiny bit of water, but if you try to roll, you'll be stuck in one place. It's pretty much an automatic death if you roll and get stuck in one place because you're reacting to the fact that you have limited mobility, so yeah. There are cases there where she can sometimes roll away and then sometimes not roll away, and it's really annoying. Obviously when she doesn't roll away and you are out of stamina, but that's the problem. You're out of stamina, so not only can you not roll even if you did have decent mobility, but moving without rolling, just backing up, is a really slow process when you have that limited mobility, so it's not just a matter of not being able to roll. All of your movements are slowed. So in that way, it's a little bit of a cheesy fight. And it is possible that I could draw her somewhere else, but I don't know where, because everywhere else would have enemies. So that's probably the safest place to fight her. Somewhere where it's just me and her, instead of taking her to some place where there are lots of other enemies. So yeah, I think no matter what, this is my only option. I have 2 thief's rings now. I don't know if it's the thief ring or the thief's ring. I need to actually double check that, but I can't check it now. It is the Japanese version after all. I've always called it the thief's ring, but it could be the thief ring, you never know. I tend to second guess myself on things, so yeah, I'm not really going to be able to tell myself with any amount of conviction that it is indeed the thief's ring, because I don't know, I don't trust myself. Alrighty. I do apologise again for subjecting you all to this. I was expecting to... Well, the thing is, I wasn't expecting to be able to kill her so easily with this thing, but having said that, I'm also having problems. So it's not so difficult that I refuse to even attempt it and will just upgrade my Dragon Longsword, but it's also not so easy that I can just do it. I'm having some problems with it. Going to not talk again. It's when I need to heal that things get a bit messy. It's fucking rude. Look at that, did you see? Okay, so she got to right at that point and then moved to the side so that she wasn't moving forward anymore, so she didn't move into my strike, she instead moved to the side. She basically twitched to the side to avoid my attack and then came in before I could do a follow-up and then got me in a stun lock. We're basically... Ugh, it's terrible. So who can stun lock who? And the whole idea of stun locking is that you begin attacking before you're in range, generally. Or you set it up, but the thing is, if she moves to the side like that, all it takes is like a frame or two of her not moving towards me and it's going to be off timing. So, or the timing will be off. So, Therefore, I missed that attack, and then that just gives her the opportunity to hit me. And I can only take 2 hits. Sometimes it'll only be 1 hit if I'm particularly low on health, because you have the poison as a factor to mention as well. So I think you guys can appreciate that there is more at play than just mash the enemy to death and win. It's a little bit worse than that. It's a bit of an AI dependent situation, and her AI is slightly retarded. Slightly. So anyway. It's annoying for sure, but what can I do? I can only keep trying again and again and again. And as I said in the previous video, that is what separates a person who isn't good at souls from someone who is good at souls. It's someone who can actually... Oh, fuck off, you bastard. Are you walking away now? I hope so, because if he follows me up to Selen Vinland, that's going to be a huge problem. Okay, he's buggered off now. Hello. Die. Oh, there's an item. And it is a chunk of Marrowstone. 1 more? No. Is that right? Yeah, 1 more. And we will be able to get the +5, whatchamacallit, Fatal Rapier. I'm just not thinking straight right now, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's do it again. It's a good thing that it is a longsword as well. It has decent range. Come on, don't be shy. Bitch! God, fuck. See, there's also the fact that when you back away, it's hard to really gauge the distance and whether or not she's going to actually hit you, or if she's not going to be within range. It's a fucking nightmare, I can tell you that much. A fucking nightmare. Alright. Whatever. We'll just continue, I suppose. Awesome. There was something I was going to talk about, but I decided against it. I was going to discuss Sekiro a little bit, but then I decided, well, I don't really care about it, so I'm not even going to discuss it. But I have noticed that the interest in the game Demon Souls on Twitch has diminished. Because obviously everyone's just playing Sekiro or watching Sekiro, and I'm just wondering, like, fuck Sekiro, and why does anyone care about it? Anyway, no, it's not really true for me to say that, and it's just that this is why I didn't want to talk about it. Because I make claims, right? And then obviously when I make a claim, someone wants me to back it up. But the thing is, I don't want to discuss it enough to have to... Well, I don't want to allocate enough time to talking about it to actually be able to explain myself. So therefore, it's better just to not say anything. So that's what I'm pretty much going to do. Stop it. Last time I stopped on this walkway too early, so I'm going to not do that again. I think the poison is what makes this harder, because it makes me need to heal while fighting Selen Vinland. I think, can I buy Royal Lotuses from Baldwin? I don't think I can. I'd probably be able to buy them from either Patches or Blige, or maybe even the once Royal Mistress, but still, that's just another thing for me to have to buy, and I don't want to have to do that. You know what? That's why I did so well the first time, I think, when it came to fighting Selen Vinland. It's because I had used my last Royal Lotus for that fight. That would make a lot of sense. But still, even having said that, I wasn't successful, so... Ooh. And then she... Oh, fuck. I don't know if you saw that exchange, but that was fucked. And she won. She definitely won that exchange. Fuck. Again and 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 again. Until the end of fucking time. Indeed. Probably go and get something to eat after this. Tends to be how it is. I'll just, you know, wake up, do a live stream, and then go get something to eat and do whatever else I need to do during the day. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't do a very long live stream anyway. Because I would just be starving to death if I did a long one. How long have we been going for? I'm not going to check right now, but see if I can remember to check after this. I do think that Royal Lotuses would help. But you know what would help a lot more? The Rusted Iron Ring from Dark Souls. That is what would help me right now. So, unfortunately such a ring does not exist in this game, so I cannot actually make use of such a thing. Of course, not using the Rusted Iron Ring and taking on the Titanite Demons, or the Prowling Demons as they're called correctly. Titanite Demon is a colloquialism. But fighting them at the bottom of Sen's Fortress without the Iron Ring, or the Rusted Iron Ring I should say, really sucks. So, this isn't quite as bad as that, but it's kind of close in a few ways. Possibly another chunk? I say possibly, I mean the chances of that are not very high, but a possibility is a possibility, isn't it? Alrighty. Ooh, that was a bit dodgy there. Dodgy accuracy. So the item's just fallen down here, I'll go and grab that, then heal, then take on Selen again. Ooh, just a regular shard. Look at that. It's basically the effectiveness of Crescent Moongrass when not poisoned when I'm using Half Moon in this situation. It's really annoying. It's just waiting for my stamina to get all the way up to the end before attacking. See how she's not actually in any way affected by the swamp? You know, if we were both affected by it, maybe it would make it a little better, but she doesn't care about it at all. It's pretty rude. Maybe it's because she's a Black Phantom, I don't know. But she's really pissing me off. See, that is the situation that kills me, where I do an entire round of attacks, I have no stamina left, yet she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't roll away, she doesn't move away, she goes straight into more attacks. And I can't even maneuver away from her because I'm stuck in the fucking swamp, because my attacks have pushed me into it. I'm gonna do one more, and if it doesn't work, we will be leveling up the Dragon Longsword. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to be leveling up the Dragon Longsword, because once I have the blind, I'm not going to be touching the Dragon Longsword with a 10-foot pole. So it just feels like a waste of resources to have to level it up, but it's starting to look like I will need to do that. Which is a real bastard, if you ask me. Anyway, I can only do what I can do. Would Royal Lotuses help? Maybe, but in some of these scenarios, I've been dying without the risk of needing to heal. I've been dying for other stupid reasons. So that's definitely a thing. Anyway. And yes, it is frustrating to have to do this over and over and over again, but once again, that's the resilience that you need. to actually succeed. Because once you get past the difficult point, you just move on. And then that's it. You don't have to worry about it anymore once you've actually achieved what you wanted to achieve. And in the process of having, I guess, undergone, or not undergone, but taken on adversity, you will have become better in some way after that point, so... yeah, look at me trying to be all positive about it. Or listen to me. Actually, you can look at me for once, because I am actually on the camera. Oh, there's an item. You were the one who gave me my last chunk, I think. Will you give me another? We're about to find out. Nope. That's alright. Anyway, I guess we'll go and attack her from this angle. Top up my health before we go. That was a bad start. Maybe here is the best place for maneuverability. It is. I mean, you've got this stupid rock in the way, but hey, it's not too bad. Don't line up with the swamp lady. See? This is actually alright. And this is... that's right. I was standing in this area when I did well the first time. I think this is the key, guys. I think I've worked it out. So you do something enough times and you start to work things out. This is going to be a win situation right here. Oh! I think my weapon's almost broken or something. Oh no, it's just saying that I can't cast magic. I will need to heal at some point there. Oh, bitch. Roll out of there, you've got the mobility. No, she did the long attack. The one that takes a long time to actually hit me. So I end up avoiding within a window that would normally be okay, but because she's got such a long lead up with that attack, it just ends up hitting me. Okay, so now that I've worked out the best way to attack her, the best angle and the best area of land to fight her on, we're going to keep trying like that. It's not perfect because I still have to deal with poison, and after this point I will probably have to go and get some more grass, but that's alright. I'm getting better. I'm working out the best place to actually fight her. Trial and error is a good teacher, as I have said a number of times. So, yeah. As long as you're making some sort of visible progress, you will be willing to continue with the trial and error process. Because I said before that that was going to be my last attempt, but once I saw that I had that opportunity, I thought, alright, we'll just keep trying, because I've actually made some progress in my understanding of how to actually fight the damn bastard, or bitch, or however you want to refer to her. Generally, you refer to males as bastards and females as bitch. I suppose bastard would be the male equivalent to bitch in terms of an insult, but anyway. I apologise for my vulgar language. You know, the number of giant mosquitoes I've actually killed with a large sword of searching and pure black world tendency, the more I realise how ridiculous it is to actually do a fatal build. Because I'm only getting to +5 and it takes a long time to get the stuff. I don't know if I'm just super unlucky or what, but it takes time. So, not recommended if you're looking for an easy upgrade path. Fatal is annoying. So, yeah. Once again, we're going to approach it from this angle. This is the best angle to do it, as I have now found out. It's weird how I didn't even think about the angle of approach as far as how I was effective the first time. I think right here will do it. Not there, not there. It's not happening. Oh. And see how I'm adjusting myself to give myself the most land. Gave you an opportunity there. No, I'm out of the fucking mobility zone. Fuck, it's that rock. If that rock wasn't there, this would be so much easier. The rock is what's doing it. Because I keep maneuvering around that rock and it's making it a lot harder. Alright, one more time. And then I will have to get more grass anyway after this point. Terrible. I'm at risk of death, actually. Imagine if all the stars aligned except my health, and I just ran out of grass and died or something. I mean, I do have other means of healing, so maybe I'll equip that shit. It's a full moon. Bit of a waste, but whatever. It's better than just dying. It's fucking terrible, I'll tell you what. Maybe what I could do is I could sacrifice a dark moon. Maybe we'll do that. We'll sacrifice a dark moon. Because what else would I use dark moon for? Let's just do that. Let's use our dark moon grass. Seriously, like... I never use my dark moon in any frickin' playthrough in New Game. It's not until New Game Plus that I bother with dark moon. So how about I just use the damn shit? Seriously. Dark Moon is obviously, the way in which that's going to help us is that it will just get us to full health and remove our poison. Done. And as long as we're staying on land, we're not going to get poisoned again. And the need to heal is a huge risk in general. So if we can avoid that, it's going to make a big difference. So... got another item there. Oh, get away from me. You've got good range. Not as good as my range, but if I get too close, then that's not going to mean anything. Alright. There's another item. Awesome. Regular shard. No item from you. Alright, we're going to have to readjust ourselves here because... we have to go much further back here to pick this up. But I'm going to go around and attack from the same... oh, there we go. There's the chunk. Alright, guys. So, we are now in a position where we can actually level up our rapier to +5. Our Fatal Rapier to +5. We just need to get the pure Marrow Stone from... oh, get moving. No! Imagine if I fucked it up now. Imagine that. No way. Quick. What a waste, but still. Don't like that she's going in the fucking swamp. Just get away from the damn swamp woman. Because that's getting my poison build up. Moving. Fine, we'll go over this side. It's dangerous. That was bad. Damn it, bitch! It's because she keeps fucking moving. This cunt. Stay on land. For God's sake. Yeah, whatever, cast your shit. Alright. Get out of the fucking swamp. So the only way that I'm actually going to be able to kill her is if I use Poison Cloud or Acid Cloud. Sorry, Poison Cloud or Death Cloud. Both of which I believe I can no longer get. So I think what annoys me the most is that I've wasted all of this time just to realise that I wouldn't be able to kill her. I cannot kill her because she is going to heal herself like that endlessly, okay? She's not going to run out of magic. It's not how it works. What you have to do is get her in a position where she's constantly under attack, so she can't heal. Satsuki does the same, but with like a full moon grass or whatever. But Satsuki you can deal with because you have the mobility. Here you do not have the mobility. You can't. So there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can frickin' do. So if I want the blind, I'm going to have to wait until New Game Plus, at which time I'll be able to get Poison Cloud and Death Cloud and all of that business, and by the looks of it, in the meantime, I'll have to either upgrade some other dexterity scaling weapon, or I'll have to use this stupid Dragon Longsword, and I'm not going to do that. I have a lot of dexterity. I don't need to do that shit. I have 35 dexterity, and I'm only going to increase it further from that point. So I should make like a sharp Uchigatana or something like that. I don't know. What other dexterity weapons are there? Of course, I wanted the Hiltless. I wanted either the blind or the Hiltless, but at this rate, it's not going to work. Been streaming for a bit over an hour, so I think what we're going to do is, for now, focus on leveling up our Fatal Rapier to +5, and then I'll have to work out what dexterity scaling weapon I want after that point. So we just need a little bit of souls, or a few more souls at this point, so that we can actually upgrade the Fatal Rapier. So we'll go and gather some souls in 4-2. We should only need to do one round of that. And then we'll take on 5-3, find the... oh shit, no, we have to... That's right, we'll need to use the Nexual Bindings, so... yeah, I'm not going to waste a Shard of Archstone for that. So what we'll do is we'll do 5-3 first. Because you get to a point in the Plague Baby Swamp where pretty much your only option is to either Shard of Archstone or Nextual Binding out, or just die. So, because I will be Nextual Binding, I'm not going to collect souls here just to lose them. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So there is no such thing as 5-4, because you don't get a warp point straight into the Plague Baby swap. So, yeah, it's only 5-3. There's a 4-4 and there's a 3-4 and all sorts of stuff, which takes you straight to the Archstone. But anyway, just going to go all the way down here. Hopefully I can remember exactly where to go. It shouldn't be too hard. I'll have to look around a little bit maybe. Oh! Wow. This is like a gift from the heavens. I thought I had killed this woman, so I can still get Death Cloud. How good is that? That's amazing. That's so good. Wow. Okay, so we can get the blind, guys. Seriously. Amazing. Okay, so first order of business, because we are going to be making use of parries a lot in this, and I want to take on Vinland with a fully upgraded weapon here. Now, where is the pure whatever? I think it's right by the swamp there. It's not this. That's, hopefully I'm correct about this, by the way. We're going to get... Oh, I don't have Nextual Binding equipped, so let's go and grab that. Hopefully I can Nextual Binding out in time. If I do die, it's not actually going to be a problem now that I think about it. Pick up the item. Pick it up. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it! Oh, it's a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. What a waste. Alright, well, kill me. Hurry up. I must have been correct in my first assumption, and it's the item that's glowing over that way. Whoa! I got warped over there. That's crazy. Okay, well, I think everything's alright, guys. I don't know why I had thought that I had actually killed, whatever her name is, Maiden Estrella, because, ooh, I thought that for sure that because I was doing a critical only build, I would have just gone and killed Vinland and gotten the souls from the boss and all of that, but apparently I hadn't done that. So I can get Death Cloud by not consuming the Pure Blood Demon Soul, and that's going to work perfectly. Alrighty, let's go and get this Pure Marrowstone. Done. So we're going to take on Vinland with a fully upgraded Fatal Rapier, which is very, very good. So Death Cloud, it's very rare for me to actually make use of Death Cloud, but hey, it's going to work really well because Death Cloud inflicts Plague, I'm pretty sure, on enemies. So therefore, if Plague is being inflicted, it will not disappear. Poison will have to be reapplied after a specific length of time, but Death Cloud, given that it is Plague, will not need to be reapplied once it has affected an enemy, so that's going to be really good. Alright. So we're just going to do one round of 4-2 here. We'll get the souls that we need. How about that? Things have actually turned out really well. Just by the fact that I had not already killed Maiden Estrella and Vinland, things have pretty much done a 180 in terms of everything, really. I'm glad that I did not waste my time in the end, and I'm also glad that I should be able to get the blind. Like, really, I don't know. I do understand. I mean, keep in mind, yes, I do understand that Maiden Estrella does have... Not Maiden Estrella. I do understand that Selen Vinland has anti-magic field, but she shouldn't... As long as I'm far enough away from her so that she doesn't end up activating it, she shouldn't actually cast it on herself and remove the plague. Because if she hasn't seen you, she's not actually going to respond to anything. She's just going to stand there. And I should be able to cast it. In fact, I would reckon that I'd be able to get within her targeting distance without her casting anti-magic field, so... And as far as I know, anti-magic field does not make it so that she is not affected by magic, but instead, once you are within a certain distance from her, you can't cast magic. So no matter what, I shouldn't have a problem with actually inflicting plague on her. And that is assuming that Death Cloud inflicts plague. I'm pretty sure it does. It might instead just inflict a stronger poison, but I think it's plague, so that's actually worked out really well. I'm very happy. I don't know why I thought that I had gone and killed Maiden Australia, but of course I believed very strongly that had I killed her, I would have just consumed the Pure Blood Demon Soul anyway, because I had no intention of actually getting Poison Cloud or Death Cloud in this build, for sure, because I basically didn't want to use magic at all. But things have changed, put it that way. I haven't rescued Sage Freke, but I can rescue him. I'm pretty sure I've picked up the key, so we're going to be able to do that really easily. So, yeah. It's serious business, guys. Blacksmith Ed. So, I'm glad that we do get a free Marrow Stone at least, pure Marrow Stone that is, because while it is kind of difficult to get all of the chunks of Marrow Stone that you need, they are friendly in that they give you one free pure for that path. I'm sure it would be absolute hell trying to get pure Marrow Stone through a normal means. So, we can now upgrade this to +5 with the perfect materials in terms of chunks and pure. So there we go. A +5 Fatal Rapier. Now our end damage with 35 dexterity is 141. We got a trophy for maxing out a fatal weapon with Marrow Stone. And yeah, very nice. So in terms of this right here, we are perfectly set for a Fatal Rapier build. Quality of life things on top of that are better armor and a weapon that can be used in situations where you can't really do critical strikes, which is what the blind is going to do for us. So I'm going to go to Sage Freke and rescue him first before we go to 5-3. Let's do that now. I should have his key, because I went and picked up all the Stones of Ephemeral Eyes on that bridge, so yeah, should be done. Actually no, that's not where it is. It's actually in the room with the guy who heals the boss, and I'm pretty sure I went and killed him. If I didn't, actually maybe I didn't do that. Does he respawn? He doesn't, does he? So therefore I would have gone and killed him. It's just I can't check my keys, you know, because it's all in Japanese, but this is probably the special key right here. Probably. So, alright. We're going to find out if we don't have the key anyway, so let's just assume we have it. I'm pretty sure I do have it. And then, yeah, things will work out well. Bugger off. Oh, you don't die in one hit. Alright. So the Cthulhus, because they can be backstabbed, I wouldn't use the blind on them. Oh, I can't get behind you like that. Cast your thing and then run after me. Come on, my friend. No. Well, there we go. So how much damage is that? 684 backstab critical on the Cthulhus. Keeping in mind that that number is only going to increase as I boost my dexterity from this point. So... Also, I barely consumed any souls to level up this rapier. What we're going to do is we're actually going to get some Royal Lotuses, because I don't have any, so I think it would be nice to get some. How many can I actually get? Not as many as I was hoping. We'll just get 7 for now. And then, yeah. It's better than none. There we go. Very excited to actually complete this build, you know, and I would like Selen Vinland's armor set because I am running a female, and Selen Vinland's armor set has decent defense despite being a fairly lightweight armor set. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Her armor set is not gathered from her Black Phantom, however, you get it as a drop somewhere in 5.2. I just don't know exactly where it is. That's not what I wanted to unlock. This is obviously what I wanted to unlock, and I don't have the key. I thought I remembered doing that. It's just I've done so many runs of this game that I guess I just think that I've done something but actually haven't. So not only did I think that I'd gone and killed the guy who was healing the boss and gathered the key in his room, but I also thought that I'd gone and killed Maiden Estrella and consumed her pure blood demon soul. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or what, but I guess that's the effect of not having played this game so regularly lately. I don't have a clear memory of what I've done, so yeah, anyway. Let's head up to where that guy is. It's only a little bit of, we'll call it backtracking because I think I've already gone there, but yeah. It's just a bit of running around that we have to do. Shouldn't take too long. And of course, a lightweight build in Demon Souls moves very fast compared to other Souls games. So I'll give you an opportunity to actually look at that if you haven't taken notice of it so far. Come, get through the door, asshole. Alright, so you can see here that we are running pretty fast. I mean, you look at our stamina consumption versus the speed at which we're running. It's pretty damn fast. So that's one thing that I do like about Demon Souls and lightweight builds. You can run really damn fast. So, I do like that. So because the door is actually not even open, I think that would indeed indicate that I have not been here before, and the key is on the wall right there. I don't know why I didn't come in here, but whatever. Die. He's running away. It's strange that he has that ability to heal the boss. I mean, what is it about that guy that gives him such magical powers? I don't know. I suppose that's the whole idea. He looks a bit unassuming except for that golden aura surrounding him. But, he's actually really quite bad, if left alive. Okay, so once we have gone and rescued Sage Freke, we will be able to return to 5-3. We are going to kill Vinland with no difficulties whatsoever as far as I'm concerned. He will probably die in 3 riposters, hopefully. And, yeah. We'll be able to use the pure blood demon soul we get from Maiden Estrella to create Death Clown through Sage Freke. Hopefully, ooh, that's another thing. Hopefully it's a single slot thing. We only have 1 slot at the moment. Imagine, oh shit, that's the next problem. What if it's like a 2 slot or 3 slot magic? That would be terrible if that were the case. That would be the one thing that would thwart me right now. That would be so bad. I'd be really upset. Okay, hold on. I need to find a list of spells. Magic and miracles, oh my god, please be 1 slot. I bet it's not 1 slot. Where's Death Cloud? 2 slots. How much do I have to level up my magic before I get another slot? The thing is, Poison Cloud is 1 slot, but Death Cloud is 2. It does inflict plague, by the way. Oh shit. Is there a ring in this game that gives you an extra magic slot? I think there is. I need to have a look at that next. Because I only need that extra slot for this and nothing else. After that point it will have just been wasted souls. So, items and armor. Rings should be in there, yes, rings. Okay, what have we got? Ring of Magical Nature. 1-3, Yuria the Witch's Tower, dropped by Yuria the Witch. You can only get it by killing her? I don't like killing Yuria. Maybe you can just pick it up on the ground. Or pick it up off the ground, yeah, probably. Alright, cool. So, we can actually, alright, relax guys, or I'm the one who probably needs to relax. We can just give ourselves an extra magic slot with the Ring of Magical Nature. I had to go and confirm that it even existed in this game because I've never really felt the need to use it except for this moment in time right here. So, what we will probably do is just kill Maiden Estrella first and foremost. I will go and confirm that Death Cloud is created using the Pure Blood Demon Soul. I'm pretty sure it bloody well is. Because I don't want to be wrong about that as well. Let's have a look and see. Death Cloud, Pure Blood Demon Soul, yes. At least I'm not that retarded. Just need to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes here. So... I will also be watching back this live stream just to see if that text is in any way distracting. Hopefully it's not. So, and by the text I mean the stuff that says, the stuff that's currently saying that it's, oh, never mind. I was going to say the stuff that's currently saying Twitch, but maybe it's moved on to YouTube by that point. I was looking at the live stream playback, but that's slightly behind. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to see if it's actually distracting. Hopefully it's not. But yeah. As I said, I think one way in which I could improve it is by making the YouTube icon transparent. I don't really need to do it with the Twitch icon because it's already, by design, kind of unobtrusive. Because it's more of an outline than a solid icon, so yeah. And that's probably what we will do. But in the meantime, we are going to go and kill Garl Vinland, as well as Maiden Estrella, get the Pure Blood Demon Soul, then we're going to World 1-3. It's a bit of a journey, but yeah, that's alright. We do have access to 1-3, obviously, because we have killed the Dragon God. It's alright. I'm giving myself something to do, that's a very good thing. I'm excited. Now, I'm not going to consume a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes for this confrontation, because I'm just going to revive from killing the boss anyway. So... oh. I just realized something. When we kill this boss... when we kill this boss, we are not going to be pure black anymore. How many stones do we have? We'll be able to get it to pure black again. It's alright. And we'll be able to use the revive that we get from this boss fight to get it down without wasting a stone. So that's a good thing as well. 2 riposters. I wanted to say 2, but I didn't want to get too greedy. Oh, let's get out of here. Okay. See you, mate. No matter what you're using, it doesn't have to be a Fatal Rapier build, but if you are fighting Garl Vinland, parries are the best way to kill him. Alrighty, I caught the plague and I don't care. Let's go talk to Maiden Estrella. She can go and die. Then we'll walk back to the Nexus before we die from the plague. We need the Pure Blood Demon Soul and the Miracle Ring. Wouldn't it be great if that were the Ring of Magical Nature? That would be amazing, but no, it's not. It's, it could be the Miracle version of that, or it could give you more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the point is that we now have the Pure Blood Demon Soul, and I'm going to level up with these souls. We're not going to consume the Pure Blood Demon Soul, however, I will consume these other souls that are not the Pure Blood Demon Soul. They don't actually let you equip boss souls to your item, what's it even called? I don't know, but anyway, point is, we didn't have to worry about accidentally equipping the boss soul there. Where is the Maiden in Black? I hate it when I can't find her. She's over here, by the statue. Alright, Soul of the Mind, Key to Life's Ether, etc, etc. I guess we will get Vitality up by 1, and we might put the rest in Dexterity. Alright. I am done. Art thou done, she asks. I am done. We will use the rest of these souls on grass, I think, because we do need it. Most definitely. 44, maybe not that much, maybe we'll get 25 for now.
Good.
Okay, Our next objective is World 1-3. Now, how far are we into this live stream? We have been recording for 1 hour and 25 minutes. I reckon by 1 hour and 40 minutes we should have a blind +1. And that will be it, I think. So, hopefully. Anyway. I will not complete 1-3 in its entirety. I'll just get through, you know, 2/3 of the way through, I suppose you could say, by the time you get the... Actually, no, not even. It depends how you want to play. Oh no, we do need the official's cap. That's true. Probably, anyway. Maybe we don't need the official's cap to actually get the Ring of Magical Nature. Whatever, we may as well just rescue Yuria while we're there anyway. So we're just going to take on World 1-3, do everything except get to the boss, which is probably even more than 2/3 of the way through, but anyway. Pretty much finishing it, because this is not a large area, I have to tell you. Going to kill these dogs. Oh, I'm going to poke you to death because I don't really have the blind yet, but it's not really necessary. Only 2 dogs. I always think there's 3. Don't know what it is, but yeah. We're not picking up that slave shield, of course. Now, we've already been here once before, or twice or 3 times before, because we wanted to kill that crystal lizard for stuff. Anyway. 1,218 damage. This is the build, everyone. This is how it works. How great is that? Now we can finally see some proper gameplay, and you can see that we are getting good drops as well with our sword of searching, our large sword of searching, which is good. It finally feels like I'm getting better drop rates with this large sword of searching. The experience of trying to grind Marrowstone has left me feeling like I'm not getting an increase. Not doing too well here with this halberd guy. I actually don't know the timing for the halberd, it's weird, I'm not used to it. Anyway, go and heal ourselves from this point. And Half Moon is still perfectly fine, I would say. It's probably not too great for a really difficult situation, but hey. Oh, you are not. Oh, don't roll towards the bastard. It's definitely not what I want. Alright, thanks for dying. You gonna give us full moon? Or new moon, actually, these guys drop. It's going to be a little bit of a risky situation to fight the Red Eye Knights, but whatever. Can't really parry these guys, obviously, because they're using crossbows, but we're still doing enough damage with pokes, so that's a good thing. But there are a lot of enemies in this game that are not really going to be parryable. I mean, he was backstabbable, but still. Get out of my face, man. I hate that you can't really flinch these guys. You sort of can, but you also sort of can't. I didn't even see what I was picking up there. It's probably better to actually look. Oh, I tried to roll through that, but failed. Because you didn't even see a roll. Anyway. So I think there's another guy. He's probably gonna... yeah. Absolutely hate this bastard. So the strong attacks here are actually pretty decent with this weapon. I like it. Oh, I thought for sure I had correctly timed that. Oh, that's not good. That's a death. Fuck, that's terrible. The reason why that's terrible is because I've just gone and... This is so bad. This is awful because I've gone and died in World 1. I wanted World 1 to get the fucking colorless demon soul. And I also wanted to save that for World 5, for fuck's sake. Sometimes this game just fucking undermines you for dumbest reasons, and it looked like I was getting proper timing with that guy too. The worst part is that I have to waste my time going through all of that again. Fucking Souls games, man. Oh, eat my ass. Fucking dogs, I hate dogs. Oh, fuck me. So annoying. Got an itchy nose. Anyway, so... I'll tell you what. I mean, I can't really... If I were doing this not live, I would just skip through this, obviously, but... Fucking asshole. Don't do that. And don't throw your fucking firebombs either. Really annoyed with this right now. I just have to wait. You are so insufferable. Do you realize how fucking annoying you are? Oh my god, the whole everything's crashing down again, guys. Should I just run through all of the enemies? I shouldn't, because then I would have all these enemies coming after me while I'm trying to kill the fat officials. So... it's not going to work. Absolutely hate dogs so much. Stop it. Anyway. Stay strong in the face of adversity. It's gonna strong attack your ass because you're annoying me. It's a good thing I bought this half moon. I am astounded that I did not die. Because that's the problem, they all come after you at the same fucking time. Why is it that my timing is just off right now? Could do backstabs, but... Alright, let's do some backstabs, shall we? You don't always have to do parries. But parries are more fun, you see. Oh, I picked up the damn slave shield. Although having that glowing item there does kind of bother me. Really terrible. It's really bad when you're trying to parry and you've got two fucking bastards. Also, another benefit to doing Let's Plays and other pre-recorded formats is that I made a gross noise with my throat just then, and I'd just be able to edit that out normally, but no, if it's a live stream, nope, that shit's live, man. Which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? Isn't it weird how my first attempt through it's like, no problem, man. Easy. And then, right after that, everything just goes downhill. Like, what's the deal? I know that I had extra health there, but that wasn't everything, surely. My performance generally was just better. I'm gonna fucking pull you towards me. Or not. Fuck this shit, man. Excuse me. Alrighty. Fortunately, backstabs are pretty much clean. They look bad, but they're clean in this game. So, yeah. Much cleaner than Dark Souls 2 and 3. Although, if you compare 3 to 2, it's like night and day. 2 feels like utter dog shit. 3 just feels like you should have backstabbed, but you failed it. And I understand why they do that. It's because backstabbing was made a little bit too easy in the earlier games, probably, but still. The thing that gets me about Dark Souls 3 is that, you know, they fixed everything that Dark Souls 2 wanted to fix, or they made all the changes that Dark Souls 2 wanted to change, except they did it the right way, instead of giving it the Dark Souls 2 treatment, which in my opinion was just fucking terrible. But anyway, like the whole thing where they had, it was like a two-step process to backstab someone. You had to like grab at them first and then you backstabbed it. It felt like shit, okay? Doesn't matter how it is functionally. It doesn't matter if it makes it harder to backstab. It felt like shit. So therefore it was shit. That's how it was. Oh my god, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Oh my god. Because these guys, it doesn't matter. Like, it looks like you're safe from them, but you're not. So you have to be really fucking careful. Oh, you bastard. I hate these guys so much. Look at him. Just stop. There's a backflipping shit that you do with the wood grain ring. Or the dark wood grain ring, I should say. The wood grain ring is actually a ring as well. That's not the dark wood grain ring. Holy fuck. Alright, so... what was going on with my camera right there? That was not good. Die, please. I'm running out of grass here. Because I'm playing like a fucking invalid. Anyway. Oof, not really invalid. I don't know why I'm calling myself an invalid. Can you stop? Actually getting annoyed. What am I getting hit by? You and your stupid secret daggers. You know, fucking pansy bastard. Secret daggers. It's like so secret. Pretty fucking visible to me, mate. Anyway. Come on. So, another one's probably going to drop down here. I don't know why there are so many of these bastards, but there are. Okay, no, never mind. There's another slave shield. They're so insulting. Ha 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 ha. Assholes. I suppose it is harder because I don't have the Thief's Ring at the moment, but anyway. I'm not wasting any more Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. It's very important that I don't do that. Come on, guys. I don't have the Thief's Ring on. Just come after me. I need you over here, not down by the guys with the crossbows. Come on, mate. Chase me down. This is why I'm doing this. I want to fight you, but I just don't want to fight you with these guys with the crossbows coming after me. That's the point. Fucking dickhead. Anyway. As you can see, the whole idea of a Fatal Rapier build is that if you can actually get a parry off, everyone should die in one hit, at least in new game. So, that's the benefit here. Now I have to be really fucking careful. I think I'm going to go for a backstab with this guy. Oh, tried to roll backstab, didn't work so well at all. There we go. Fortunately, a backstab on its own is enough to get a one-shot off. Anyway. So at this point we need to try and kill this guy. But I'm actually going to do some magic. Now normally I wouldn't do this, but for this actual part, I'm not taking any fucking risks. Fuck. Alright, so now that I'm out of their range. This stuff is so annoying. Just go away. I need some sort of fighting ground with this guy. Arena, you could maybe call it. I'm gonna break this stuff because if it... ooh. If he lights it on fire, it's a bad time as well, so... probably go for a backstab here. There we go. Bastard, give me your key. Alright. So we more or less got past the difficult shit. Hello. Oh, that was correct timing, I just wasn't in the right position. No. Not what I wanted at all. I'm hungry, my stomach just rumbled. But if you actually verbally affirm your hunger, you become a lot hungrier, generally speaking. Alright, I need you guys on the flat, otherwise we're going to have a problem. That's some satisfying damage right there, I'll tell you what, 1,300 and whatever. That'd be enough to kill them in New Game Plus 2, I'd reckon, because once again, as I've mentioned in the past, New Game levels are mainly in regards to damage output of the enemies, not so much the health. I mean, the health definitely, but it's a much sharper increase with the damage that they deal. So I would say even in New Game Plus 2, that would be a one-shot. Oh, can you... he does not telegraph shit. Fucking cockbag. Absolutely hate these guys. Always hated them. And then he has the gall to heal. You are so annoying. Alright. So, some Soldier's Lotuses. There's no actual bleed build-up bar, so it's kind of not the best thing in this game to have the ability to reduce bleed build-up, because you can't even see the damn build-up, so... Backstab. Almost out of Half Moon, but we shouldn't have to do this again. Did you throw it? I think you did. Yes, good. That's what I was banking on. Getting lots of late moon though, so I will replace my healing wares with... Oh, God, this guy's annoying. Anyway. So we have another Greatsword Red Eye Knight coming up. And probably backstab him as well. There we go. It's like running around him. That is the best way to deal with him. Targeting isn't always a good thing. I've found that with boss fights as well. Not so much in this game, but in Dark Souls maybe. The boss fights in this game are really not very difficult, but you're an asshole. But yeah, I found that beginning with Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls, fighting bosses without targeting them in some cases can be very good. For example, when I fight the Black Dragon Calamite, I will not target him because targeting the Black Dragon Calamite just makes it harder to fight him. So that's an example of a boss that's harder to fight when targeting. Possibly the Gaping Dragon as well, although it's been a very long time since I've fought the Gaping Dragon, but he's kind of similar to Calamite in a way. But anyway. It's kind of amazing how little I've fought the Gaping Dragon despite how much I've actually physically played of the first Dark Souls games, so... Yeah, funny thing to mention. Ooh. Come on, man. No. Oh, I'm trying to get the timing, but it's not working out for me if you haven't been able to notice. Oh my dear lord. Oof. Come on. Alright, backstab him. There you go. He did his little poke stab there, which ended up being his undoing. Roll through the bolt. And strong attack his ass. Cool. Very cool. God. It's actually kind of late. It's almost, I was getting towards 2 in the fucking afternoon, which is kind of, yeah, wow. Anyway. Backstab him. Alright, so at this point, we have now gone as far through World 1-3 as we really needed to. We may as well kill these Red Eye Knights as well. It's going to be a little hard with both of them after me. But anyway, we'll do what we can. Sorry, 3. Oh, never mind. I was going to say 3 of them, but no. Ooh, targeting. Made it a little harder there. There we go. I went in for that third attack of his, and that worked out rather well. Shit. God, I'm starving. Oh, rough. It's because he's got his fucking friend. It's making it harder. Really. Because you know that if you get flinched by the other guy, you're not going to be able to parry the other one. Anyway. You fucking prick. Alright. Oh. There we go. Is this the new Animal Crossing? Yeah, it is. It's not recommended for children. There's a little bit of blood, but yeah. Generally speaking, Animal Crossing has taken a little bit of a dark turn. So, if you are a parent and you are considering getting your child a new Animal Crossing, I would very strongly recommend that you actually check out the game first and foremost to make sure that it is indeed appropriate for your child. Because it might actually scar them slightly. Not too much. It's not that violent of a game. Then again, a child might have difficulties getting past the tutorial level to be scarred in the first place, so... Yeah. Well, of course Sega is crazy with the reboots. They're not even a... They're just a game developer now. They're not making them consoles. They've lost their way. Poor bastards. Not like I bought a Dreamcast, but anyway. Get moving. I have a Jaguar. And I don't mean the car. Or was it the Lynx? Was it the Lynx or the Jaguar? I can't even remember now. It's probably both. All sorts of things. Can you stop laughing at me, by the way? I'm so hungry. And that is not leading into an Octorok joke. I'm just hungry, generally. I would not eat an Octorok at this point. 64 bits, do the math. Yeah, it's better. Obviously. Just do the math. Ooh. And then, whatever it was, blast processing. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, I'm not a fan of Nintendo, but Sega was doing some dumb shit. For sure. Let's talk to Bior. Hello, hello. Then he just goes to sleep, whatever. He's a bit rude, but anyway. We don't have to worry about Bior for now, because we're not going to be taking on the boss just yet. Go and talk to... we may as well rescue Yuria while we're here. But for the most part, I am trying to get the Ring of Magical Nature. 64 buttons, that would be pretty terrible. Do you remember back when... well, this was long before the PS4 released, but when you would Google PS4 controller, there was one, I guess, fan art controller which was so terrible. It was a DualShock 3, but with buttons all over it. It was a Frankenstein's monster if I've ever seen one. It was really funny. I thought it was hilarious. That had been around since maybe 2009, 2008. I think when someone did that. It was terrible. It was really, really bad. Like, you couldn't touch the controller without pressing a button. It was just ridiculous. Alright. So, I think the Ring of Magical Nature will not actually be at the higher point. What's this? That's a soul. Just in case you can't see it yourself. Even the buttons had buttons. That's kind of scary. I suppose that could work. You could have like a double press button where you press the first button, but then the next one, when you press down harder, will cause a different effect. With the controller, that is. So you could technically have it be physically two buttons, but anyway. So that is a... oh. I was about to say, that is a dead fat official, but he was not dead, so how about that? Let's take off the cap, because otherwise Yuria will not recognize us. And we'll go have a chat to her. Yeah. So, now that we've gone and done that, we are ready to get Death Cloud and get the blind. And then once we have the blind, that will be it. Hold L and R and the buttons do something different. Yeah, I heard that causes your character to start masturbating furiously, which is not recommended for children either. There are certain button combos that are actually very much not acceptable for children. If you're aware, the game rating, it does say experience may change online. In actuality, there are certain game ratings that say the game experience may change depending on what button combos you press. It's a bit of a long warning marker, but it is necessary regardless. Alrighty. So, we'll be able to get the Death Cloud now and actually equip it, because we will go and get ourselves the Ring of Magical Nature. And I think this is it. No, this is it here. So now I should have 2 slots, is that right? It's not telling me that I have 2 slots, but I should have 2. I haven't saved Freke, I'm a retard. Anyway, let's go do that now. I have even less health, but that's alright. I should be fine. Can't believe I didn't save Freke while I was there. How did I not do that? Jesus. Anyway. Let's just some more backtracking through the Tower of Latria, which I should be used to by now. Repetition in a Doomlink Demon Souls recording. Who would have expected such a thing? Alrighty. So we get to take on these Cthulhus again, albeit more risk now than I was before because I don't have my, what is it called again? The Ring of something or other, the Ring of Binding, is that what it is? Yeah. Can't believe I can't think of the name of it right now, but I think it's the Ring of Binding. But yeah. I have a little bit less health, but it's alright. At least this time I do have the key that I need to rescue Sage Freke. I just can't believe that I forgot to rescue him. I must have been thinking about other things. Well, clearly I was. Hello. Thanks. Gary Stiletto, which I'm not going to be using even though it's a decent critical weapon. It's not as good as a Fatal Rapier plus 5, FYI. So, yeah. Okay, so just to reiterate, now that we have Sage Freke rescued, we should be able to use the Pure Blood Demon Soul to actually get the Death Cloud, and using the Ring of Magical Nature that we just picked up in World 1-3, it's all a bit of a long-winded process in the end, but oh no, 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 no. Let us not do that. Guess I was a little bit misplaced as far as where I was. I'm astounded that I didn't even fall right there, that was crazy close. Don't you do that. Just fucking get out of my way. You are such a prick. Alright, come on, do your little running animation. I'm not even going to backstab you, you're an annoying octopus creature. Anyway, so I will be getting the Death Cloud, equipping that using the Ring of Magical Nature, then I will go to Selen Vinland with some full health, because I do need to kill myself in that area anyway, so if I do die, then yeah. Yeah, I should have said excuse me, but I don't know. Those particular creatures do not strike me as being gentlemen themselves, so I don't know if they would appreciate me being polite. Now, Ring of Magical Nature is equipped. We'll go and talk to Freke. Yuria should be here too. Yeah, there she is. Usually I talk to them an extra time just for good measure, but I'm lazy at the moment, so... Alrighty, so we should be able to create Death Cloud, which is this here, I believe. I don't know what the fuck's what. What is this stuff? So that's... Okay, whatever. So this is the one that requires 2 slots, so that's obviously Death Cloud, so we'll go and grab that. Get rid of that. Shice? Shice or I was gonna... That was basically a combination of shite and shicer, so that was interesting. Shice. There you go. Anyway, so... Cool. We now have Death Cloud. So let's go and talk to our friend. Oh. Well, you see, I was full of shit. I said that there wasn't a 5-4. But obviously there is, so yeah. It's because I hadn't killed Made in Australia that I thought that there wasn't a 5-4. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're going to head to 5-2 again. So... we've done this many a time, but fortunately we don't actually need to do it for any reason other than to kill Selen Vinland for a change. Because we've actually gotten all of the Marrow Stone that we needed, so that's very good. I should check the actual... Oh, that's right. I'm being stupid. I'm not at Pure Black right now, so I have to die first. Well, alright, let's go do that. Usually I kill myself in 5-1 first, so... Should have gone and done that. Actually, I've got a lot of souls, so what I'll do is I'll return to the Nexus, level up like once, and then start killing myself in 5-1. It's all a bit of a long process, isn't it? But anyway. As long as you have patience, you will be rewarded in some way or another. Hopefully. Skiver the Wanderer. Alrighty, so... What are we doing? Leveling up. So, fortunately she's right here for a change. I don't have to run around looking for her. There you go, 1 point into dexterity. Dexterity. Anyway, I'm not French. So, let's go to 5-1, kill ourselves maybe twice or 3 times. Why was he sniffing his glove? Well, why is she sniffing her glove? It's a bit of a fetish, I think you'll find, for the characters in Demon Souls. Once they go hollow, they just can't stop sniffing themselves. That's definitely a thing, though, glove fetish. But we won't discuss that. It's strange, though, to sniff your own glove. Maybe a pretty maiden, you take her glove and give it a good old sniff, but I don't know about your own one. Can you stop? Fucking hell. It's always nice that he gives you a good look at his colossally large nose before he drops dead. Yeah, hurry up. You died. Anyway. It's funny because Selen Vinland looks like she has a broken arm in this image. Just look at her left arm. It's like, what's going on over there? Anyway. We will consume another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. I don't know if I should kill myself twice or 3 times. I mean, it depends. So I could kill myself twice and it still won't be enough, but that would be a big waste of time. So if I killed myself 3 times, even though twice was enough, at least I was doing that with the intention of saving time. But anyway, we won't question it. Yes, I know that the Nexus traps me. I am familiar with this fact by now. Executioner Meralda. She's not suffocating with that on, by the way. It looks like something that you would wear if you were the person being beheaded, to be honest. But, regardless, go and pick up our side. Shit! Patience would not cause me to fall constantly, but I don't have patience, so that's, yeah, a problem, slightly. Alright, so of course we do have to return to the Nexus to be able to double check our current progress in terms of world tendency. Hopefully we do have Pure Black. We do have Pure Black, very nice. Is nice. So now we can go to 5-2. So many fetishes in this game, yeah. I don't know if you mean broken arm fetish or what. I suppose that's technical. He is sniffing his glove. I never actually noticed that. It really looks like that now. I can't unsee that. Maybe he was concerned. Maybe he hadn't washed it in a while. I'm not sure. It might not actually be an erotic thing. He might just be slightly concerned. You know, I don't know. They're not really posing for these images. You know, someone's just going around with the camera taking candid shots. I mean, unfortunately for Skivir, he was just a little bit worried about whether or not his glove was smelling, and then someone came around with a camera and snapped him, which is kind of unfortunate for him. Yeah, oh, get the fuck away from me. I do need to, I don't necessarily need to, but I could go and use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes to actually have some health. But, anyway. Yeah, the paparazzi, the Demon Souls paparazzi. I mean, how else are they getting all these shots? It's generally not something that you wonder about, but hey. I have to get the shots done somehow. Although there isn't much evidence of cameras existing in this world, but you know. Just because you haven't seen a camera doesn't mean they don't exist. Maybe some guy's running around with a, with one of those really old cameras, making some daguerreotypes and stuff. Actually, that would mean that Skivir would have to be standing still for a very long time, sniffing his glove, for a daguerreotype to not be blurred. So therefore, maybe he was actually, if we assume that indeed this is daguerreotype photography, he must have been sniffing that for a long time. So I guess we are at that point ruling out the fact that he might have just been checking to see whether or not it smelled. He might have really been getting off on it. So yes, she is targetable. Have a rob. No, that's going to kill me. It's actually going to kill me. Is she affected? No, she's not. I have to go closer for that. Well, good to know. You are so fucking annoying. Oh my god, I just don't have the soul ray to... Well, not soul ray, soul arrow to kill them. There's Mr. Glove Sniffer again. Oh, come on. So annoyed. So maybe I will need to heal myself. Let's just heal ourselves, I suppose. Just so that we have less of a risk of dying. And I will try and find Selen Vinland's set as well. It's somewhere in this area, I just can't remember. I think it might be close to where you go and get the large sword of moonlight, maybe. But anyway. Once again, we are repeating the process of going through this fucking area. I love it. Absolutely love it. We have not done this many times. Let's go around. I should have this down to an art form by now, based on the number of times I've done this. I do also love that they have 2 exclamation marks to tell you that you're poisoned. I only just noticed that now. Maybe the game developers were Spanish and we didn't know. It's possible. Spanish is the language where they have punctuation on both sides, don't they? And one of them is fucking upside down. It's kind of funny. Well, I say punctuation, but I should say exclamation and question marks. It's not like they have, if there's a comma somewhere in the sentence, they put it upside down at the start of the sentence. That's definitely not how that works. It could be, but it's not. Oh, don't roll, you asshole. I didn't intend for that. Get away from me. This is so annoying. Alright, so I'm kind of in a bad situation because I am... Oh god. Use it. Alright, so I need to kill these giant mosquitoes, but I need to also somehow not die in the process of that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try not targeting. Well, we're going to target just to get on target, sort of, but we'll cast it up. Let's see if that's good enough. No, that's worse. That's 10 times worse. Holy shit. Oh, she's seen us now. Bloody bitch. There we go. So now that she's plagued, we don't have to worry anymore. We just need to get away from her, okay? That's pretty much our only job right now. She is permanently plagued, this woman. Is she going to attack that? Is she smart enough to attack that? No, she's going to return to her... Oh, she's smart enough to attack that. Oh. Damn the AI. So I just need to run away from her, basically. I hope she doesn't fucking catch up to me. This is kind of bad. Oh, she... Oh no, she can heal herself from the plague. Oh no. That's so bad. She can actually just get rid of that shit. That might mean I have to get the Hiltless, guys. You're a cunt. You cunt. Oh my god. Next shield binding now. Because I did not want to actually die at that point. Fuck. Okay. Is it Black Phantom Satsuki time? I don't want it to be. I don't have the fucking Stones of Ephemeral Eyes for it. What's my current... Oh my god. You know, just when you think everything's going fine, this bitch has resistance to all magic. I was thinking she was just going to cast anti-magic field and that's it. But that's Skiver the Wanderer. This woman is a bit worse than that. Fuck. And I'm not fighting her again. It's not happening. As in, you know, with a regular weapon. Okay, well, where does that leave me? Black Phantom Satsuki, who I can't even access yet? Because I need to drop it to pure black. I don't even know if I've got the fucking stones for it. I probably don't. We could just go for gold. I'm at the point where I just can't handle it anymore, so I think I might have to just do what I can. Yeah, it's because she's a woman. Yeah, exactly. Oh god. So how long have I been streaming for? Over 2 hours now. I really should try to wrap this up soon. Within the next 20 minutes at least. This is not what I wanted. I was expecting this to go a little more smoothly than this. It's actually faster to kill myself in 4-2. It's faster to kill myself in 4-2 than this, so... Anyway. Oh. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't have any souls. I used the Nectral Binding. Oh, dear. Okay, so let's go to 4-2 to speed this up. Maybe it wouldn't technically speed it up because here I am having to sit through all of these fucking loading screens. But anyway, you know, I don't think I've actually been inconvenienced so much by one single desire while actually playing through a Demon Souls build. The desire being to just have a weapon that's not a pokey weapon that I can use when an enemy can't be parried or backstabbed. And that's leading me to dexterity scaling weapons, and I started off with the blind. That's not going to fucking work unless I try to level up my Dragon Longsword to kill her, which is not going to work unless I am really, really desperate. Black Phantom Satsuki I have to sacrifice lots of stones of ephemeral eyes for, so it's really annoying. Hurry up. Come on. And then it spawns me back here, for the love of God. I've seen this before. I don't know what causes this to happen. It must be some kind of glitch, but... ugh, it's really annoying. I don't know why. I'll just have to do this then, that's fine. Doesn't take that much longer anyway. We're falling together. That's the noise she makes when she dies. Huh, women. Anyway. Alright. So, what am I even doing? I have them equipped here. I don't know how many times I have to do this to get to pure black, but hey. I'm going to keep trying. Every single time I get hit by him, I can't help but feel very annoyed. Anyway. Satsuki, the deal with him, what we're going to have to do with him, I don't believe that he has the ability to resist Death Cloud. However, we're not going to be able to cast Death Cloud on him without him running after us. So, that's a thing. What's our first ring, is it? Oh, we do have the Thief's Ring on. I'm being stupid. I was saying that we didn't have the Thief's Ring. But actually, we had it equipped the entire time when I was saying, oh, it's harder because we don't have the Thief's Ring on. Yeah, actually, we had it on the whole frickin' time. So I'm an idiot, basically. Alright, let's return to the Nexus and hope that we don't need to use another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, because if we do, I will be sad. For sure. Worst case scenario, we'll have to buy some from Patches. Probably. Which I really don't want to do. I'm just glad that I picked some up while going through 1-3. So that was a good situation. Okay, let's have a look and see. Beautiful. I think that's pure black, isn't it? That has to be pure black. Well, we're going to find out if Satsuki is there. That's one good thing about it. You can find out pretty immediately whether or not it's actually pure black. It looks different to World 5, yeah, but I think that would be pure black. Yeah, it is. Cool. Okay, so let's hope that this works. Yeah, see how he's immediately coming after us. Are you plagued yet? Yes, you are. Okay, so we just need to stay away from him and let him just slowly die. But we're going to try and not get close enough to piss off that skeleton, so... He's going to sort of run away to heal when he gets towards the end of his life, so we're going to backstab him at that point, right? All of this for the Hiltless, which is in the end going to hurt us every single time we make contact with an enemy while using it, so... It's in the end probably not as good as the blind, but it will do more damage than the blind. If you had to compare the dexterity weapons, I would say the blind would be better because it doesn't hurt you when you use it and it does ignore shields. So it may be weaker than the Hiltless, but hey, it is what it is. The Hiltless sort of balances itself out by hurting you, but anyway. I did originally want the Hiltless, to be honest, but that was because I had completely forgotten about Selen Vinland being a thing. And then I remembered and went, oh, let's just go get the blind, and then that ended up being a terrible fucking experience. I just realized that if I get hit once, I'm fucked. And this is taking a while, so I really need to, like, make sure that I don't fuck up with this. It's a bit of a fucking endurance test, I have to tell you. Because he is absolutely relentless, this guy. I'd love to just shield, like have a shield actually to hide behind. But then I wouldn't be able to roll around. Uh-oh, I went the wrong fucking way. Shit. Fucking arsehole, look how much health he has. What a prick. Maybe what I could do is just run away from him. Actually run away. And then he can sort of reset. That's a thing that I could do, definitely. It would be really, really cheap to do that, but... Come on. I love how he just walks into the cloud anyway. He's retarded. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run away from him. Get out of his aggro range until he returns to his original position. And then at that point... This is dangerous as fuck, by the way. See? Fucking prick, this guy. Okay, so what we're going to do is... Ooh. Is it better to have the cling... It's better to have the Thief's Ring versus the Cling Ring. Did I do my taxes? What are you talking about? Anyway. What am I doing? I guess we'll just keep trying that. I can do that without getting hit. Come into the cloud, my friend. It's like immediately effective. I think this is the best way to do it, personally. The two up here are going to really test me. See, as I said, get you in the fucking triangle. It's tax day in the USA. Okay, well, I'm going to shock you with a piece of information that might take some time for you to register in your mind. I'm not from the US. I guess that was that my karma? I don't know. But anyway, point is, I'm not in the US, so... I mean, do I sound American? I would like to think that I don't, but anyway. Please die. Well, not die, but, you know, get plagued, I guess. Alright. While what I'm doing right here seems really silly, it's actually better than trying to avoid a pursuant Satsuki. Oh, can you stop, please? I'm fucking begging you to stop! Why the fuck? I can keep trying. Assumed I was from Florida. That's actually quite an insult. That would be an insult if I were American, even. Anyway. Oh. See, look at that. As soon as he touches the cloud, he's affected. Now, I don't know if that's individual plague resistance stats which causes that. But I'll tell you what. Satsuki does not have plague resistance. That much is obvious. Oh. Fuck me. It's really hard to stop it. Yeah, fuck me. Don't actually fuck me, but like, I'm annoyed. It's alright, I've done this before. I've tried to roll through here many times in the past while failing, so I can do it again. There we go. Ooh, didn't like the angle that he was coming at me from there. Okay, so let's do it again. That's one thing that's different from the last time I was doing this. I have one extra skeleton after me now. So that's one thing to mention, yes. Oh, I think I've done it. Alright, now run. Run, 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 exclamation mark. I'm punctuating my sentences very strangely. Anyway, the point is, we have now succeeded. Thank God for that. Have they leashed? They have leashed. Excellent. So I can actually see Satsuki's health from a distance, which is very good. So we're going to watch his health until it goes down. Check that out. Beautiful. So because it is Plague, this is the big benefit to Death Cloud versus Poison Cloud. Poison Cloud would have to be reapplied, but because this is Plague, we do not have to reapply it. Now, we shouldn't actually draw the black skeleton to us if we go over this way. Actually, we can't climb up through there, so forget it. That's a point. Okay, so what we're going to do, I just remembered something. Satsuki will try to heal himself once he gets to a certain point in his health. So therefore, we have to actually go down to him before he gets to that point so that we can go and backstab him. So... anyway, don't know what you mean by EU with the hacks, but the EU is definitely a bit of a meme at the moment. Everything's a meme. We're a meme. They're a meme. Anyway, I don't know at what point he is going to start healing himself, but I'll tell you what, it will be better for us to wait until he gets to that final quarter of his health before actually starting to avoid him, because it's just the repetition of constantly rolling away from him. You have to fail at some point just from the repetition of it, so it's actually better to do this. Except this time around I'm going to have a fucking black skeleton after me, so I better kill this fucking black skeleton, which is extremely risky because, hey, guess what? It's a black skeleton, and alright, so what I need you to do, mate, is do your big jump attack. Not that, that's not what I wanted. I need your big jump attack. That's what I wanted. So that gives me a backstab opportunity, which I failed completely. Oh my god, I'm shitting myself right now. Seriously. Come on. That's what I wanted. There we go. Missed it again! Oh, shit. Okay. Are you... So Satsuki is... alright. So that was the whole point. I didn't want to, you know... This is gonna suck. Because no matter what, I'm going to have skeletons after me. But I, at the very least, didn't want that black skeleton after me. That was not going to work. Now, what I could do, which would be terrible, is actually wait to see at what point in his health does he heal. And then just wait again. It's possible that because he's not in combat, he won't heal. So this is... I don't actually know how his heal works. I don't know if he heals if he's at low health in combat, or if he heals when at low health, no matter what. What I can say is that if he's not actually in combat at all, then maybe he won't think to heal. He might just die. I'm going to hope that that is what happens. Let's just see. He's really close. I don't think he's going to heal himself. He's really close to death right now. A good thing about something like Poison Cloud and Death Cloud, particularly Death Cloud here because it doesn't wear off, but you can actually see the amount of health they have. So 1,600 health. So that's a lot. So Death Cloud on Satsuki is a thing, and probably a requirement, to be honest. Alright, so he didn't end up healing. 1,698 health, roughly. Rightio. Get away from me. That's the Hiltless, and we're getting the fuck out of here. Thank you. Alright, so that was a really, really weird, messy situation, but hey, we ended up with a weapon that we can actually use, that scales with dexterity, etc, etc. We might need some more strength to use the Hiltless. I'm not too sure. I don't know how much strength we need. Let's have a look. We need 18. Okay, so what we would probably do is not actually get 18 strength and instead just two-hand whenever we need to use it. but we still need more strength than we have right now to be able to two-hand. So that's just going to be a thing that we do. That's alright. You can see that when we strike with the Hiltless, normally we don't lose health, like the magical sword Makoto. It's just when we actually hit something that takes damage that we lose health with it. But anyway, that's going to be our damage weapon, and yeah, what can I say? Going to reorganize this. We'll put the catalyst in the right hand, sorry, the left hand. Then we'll have Fatal Rapier, and then the Hiltless here. I'll put away my Dragon Longsword +1 because that thing can go and eat some dog shit. And yeah. Gary Stiletto, Great Axe, Claws. Where did I even get that? Must have been from the... Anyway, don't worry about it. So, let's put away all this stone. I've finally achieved what I wanted to achieve at the end of the day. I did want the blind, but I also wanted the Hiltless, sort of, so... I actually managed to do what I wanted to do in the end, so great. It's fucking excellent. So, anyway... What we're going to do is end the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you when I'm next live streaming. In the next live stream, our plan is to not only upgrade the Hiltless, but also try to level up our strength as much as possible, so that we can actually at least two-hand the Hiltless. Maybe at some point I'll get 18 strength, but for now, no. I'm just going to stick with 2 ability shortage weapons, which is always fun. But anyway... I will catch you all later, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.